Hello students, a very good morning. Today we will study Taslima Nasreen's poem At the Back of Progress. As all of us know, Taslima Nasreen is a writer from Bangladesh and she is a very controversial writer. And she wrote on many controversial issues. So this poem At the Back of Progress show the progress of a person, a male by crushing the female. So come to the poem and we will study this poem. The fellow who sits in the air-conditioned office is the one who is in his youth raped a dozen or so young girls and at cocktail parties is secretly stricken with lust, fastening his eyes on Lovely's belly belly buttons. So these line describe about a person who is sitting in his air conditioned office, and now she tells us that the person who is sitting there has raped in his youth a lot of girls or ladies, and in his parties also he always eh, overall she tells us about a lusty person. Second, in five-star hotels, he tries out his different sexual tastes with a variety of women, then returns home and beats his wife because of an over-ironed handkerchief or shirt collar. So now the poet tells us that in five-star hotels, he tries out his different sexual tastes with a variety of women. That is, this person has a lot of illicit relationships and has uh, sexual intercourse with a lot of women. And after doing that work, returns home and beats his wife. Mean he make violence, domestic violence because of an over iron handkerchief or shirt collar. Mean both these things, over iron handkerchief and shirt or iron shirt collar, these are very trivial issues. So he beats his wife on a very trivial issues. Then in his office, Mr. Big puffs on cigarette, shuffles through files, rings for his employee, shouts, demands tea, drinks, and returns to writing people's character references. So this person, this Mr. Big person, who has a work of writing character references of certain people. What is the irony? Look at the irony of the poem that he is himself a very degraded person, even though he writes people's character references. So in his big office, he puffs cigarettes, shuffles through files, calls his employees, he shouts on his employees, he demands for tea and drinks, and then he becomes busy in writing character references. So the lines are very ironically written. His employees speak in such a low voice that no one would ever suspect how at home he also raises his voice, is wild to his family, but with his buddies on the porch or at a movie, indulge in a loud argues on politics, art, literature, and he has loud arguments in art, literature, and how some female, his mother, grandmother, or great grandmother committed suicide. So he is busy in his office work and talks with employees in such a tone that nobody notices. Even his friends whom with he go to cinemas and he discuss art, literature, and feminism, but nobody knows that his mother, grandmother, great grandmother all committed suicide because of this male ideology. Now, bidding goodbyes to his buddies, he returns home, beats his wife over a bar of soap or the baby's pneumonia. So, being saying then goodbye, he comes to home. He returns home, beats his wife. Again, he beats his wife over a bar of soap milk, a very trivial issue, or baby pneumonia. And then next day at work, he pleasantly brings the tea. Next day, all these things are regular and very normal thing for him. Keeps his lighter in his pocket, receives tip from his couple of taka, and tells no one that he divorced his first wife for his sterility. Now he's remain so dumb that he never acknowledged people that he divorced his first wife because of his sterility. His second for giving birth to a daughter. His third for not bringing a sufficient dowry. Now with number four, he again has someone to beat or a green chili or a handful of rice. Now he is living with the fourth wife, but even then he is ready to beat him on a very trivial for a very slight issue. So I think all of the idea of the poem is clear to you that how Taslima Nasreen tells us this picture of the society in which female are beaten, raped, and all these things. So, thank you all. In the next video, we will meet with another poem. So, thank you.